As you can see, I've transitioned to flats now. I'm very excited to introduce our last speaker, who's going to provide some closing remarks. Nadra Franklin is the director for the Social and Economic Development Business Unit at FHI 360. She is my direct supervisor. The gender department sits in her team, and she's such a wonderful, supportive advocate for gender work that we do in our programs, but also making sure that gender is integrated in all of the work that FHI 360 does. So I'm really excited to welcome Nadra Franklin. Thank you.
Thank you all so much. It's such a delight to be here and to have this opportunity to close day one of a wonderful event. First, again, I've already lost Tessie. Tessie, thank you so much for your remarks. Thanks both to you and to Plan for your professional and institutional support for positive youth development. So we want to thank you again very much. So again, what a day. I was out in one of the breakout sessions and I overheard someone say, wow, that's a tour de force. And I could not agree more. Today was a tour de force, and I expect the same for tomorrow. This was day one of a two-day summit that will help us discuss and better inform ourselves about how to engage with youth to help support transformation, to address gender equality, gender-based violence. Today we've heard from youth leaders such as Nupur, Sarah, others. We've heard from youth advocates, civil society organizations that are nonprofits, universities are here. We talked about engaging with government. We had US government representatives here as well. And we all talked about our commitment to gender equality and addressing gender-based violence. But there's one thing in particular that for me stood out that I'd like to address as a complement to what Tessie said. And that's the concept of inclusivity. I think it's particularly important when we're talking about youth engagement, working with girls, boys, the LGBT communities. I think about inclusivity from a systems perspective and understanding where we all live and reside, but specifically thinking about youth and the intersectionalities of their lives. Because if we're going to do anything to support gender equality, working with youth, it's to understand their whole people. We've talked about that today. Who are they? Are they in or out of school? Are they working, not working? What type of work are they doing? How are they engaged with the labor market? Are they orphaned? Are they sick? Are they well? Are they survivors of violence? What is it that they think of as a full life? We have to begin to engage the peers of the youth communities with whom we're going to work. That came out strongly today too. The peers, their families, their households, the communities, society, civil society, engaging with government. What does it mean when we're going to be inclusive? That means that we're going to amplify youth voices. We've heard how Plan amplifies youth voices. Having youth as active, engaged members of their whole institution, the governance of their institution. How are we all fulfilling our commitments to that? We have to put girls, boys, again, members of the LGBT communities into our conversations. That means that we have to be intentional about engaging them. It's not as though, oh, we want to count them, surely we'll address them down the line, but no, it's intentional. At the design of our programs, at the agenda setting for identifying the issues we want to address. The implementation, the evaluation. Tessie talked about data evaluation. Youth must be a part of identifying the evaluation questions. Who are we going to engage with data collection? What questions are we going to ask? Will they be qualitative or quantitative means? Who will we engage to understand what's going on? Who will analyze the data? Who better knows what these data might mean but the youth themselves? So it's engaging youth, again, in the systems in which we work. I think it's imperative. So my challenge to you, based on what I heard all of you say today, is to be mindful, to include those who are too often excluded. So I look forward to joining you tomorrow to continue this conversation. And right now we have our reception, and we will meet you outside, and we will see you tomorrow morning at 8:45. Thank you so much.
So we will everyone can join us at the reception on the mezzanine level, which is one up from the lobby of this hotel. It's an open area that overlooks the lobby, and there's drinks. So, and we'll see you tomorrow morning, bright and early. Thank you again.